Doesn't matter what kind of equipment you use when you're learning how to weld. Honestly, it doesn't. The goal to learning how to weld is to learning the technique, learning the terminology, learning your style, learning the processes, learning what not to do, what to do, learning how the welding process actually works. So it really doesn't matter what machine, because all machines are different, but all machines do what? Weld. You know what I mean? So long as it's a welding machine and you are a welder, you should be able to use whatever welder it is and be able to make some things happen. So it doesn't matter what kind of machine it is. It doesn't matter if it's new or used, if it's Lincoln, Miller, Esau, or whatever Amazon brand you want to purchase, or whatever is on the market. It doesn't matter. To each his own. What you buy is what you buy. But do you want to learn how to weld? So don't allow the equipment to stop you from learning the process, learning the skill. It's all about the skill. Once you get the skill, you can take it and use any equipment. You can take it anywhere around the world. You can learn in the shed and take it to Hollywood. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter necessarily where you learn, as long as the environment is welder friendly. You can actually get some information. You can actually obtain some knowledge to build who you are and to become what you're trying to do. And if it's a multi-processor unit, if it's a single unit, if it's a MIG or flux core unit only, learn for what you get. But if you can learn from someone, don't knock the facility. Don't knock the older equipment, so to speak, and not have the state of art. You know how they like to say the state of art equipment, the state of art facility. You're going to pay a state of art price too. You know what I mean? So keep in mind, don't knock how you learn. Just learn. So if you can learn and you can take that knowledge to anywhere, you know what I mean? You can take that knowledge anywhere around the world and do anything you want to do if you obtain it. I learned in a cell, family. I learned in prison while incarcerated from 16 to 26 years old. I learned in a cell. And some of that equipment in there didn't even have names on it. Some of that stuff was old, but it worked. I remember some Lincoln machines was in there for sure. And I remember some of the machines, like I say, didn't even have names, but they worked. And we learned. And like I say, the circumstances wasn't great. But I got a chance to go from, as of now in my life, I have traveled from South Carolina to Washington welding, independently. I have installed structure and pipe, welded on both, all from learning in that cell, learning from in that prison environment, So don't knock where you learn, just learn. And don't knock what equipment it is you're learning from, just learn. So whatever you learn from, just learn from it. But don't feel like you have to have a certain brand to make you a certain welder. Or if you start now being independent, you think you got to have a certain new machine or you got to have this or that. Just get started. Know what you got to have. If you know what you need and you can't afford it new, then buy that equipment used. And then once you make some money, invest in new equipment and still use that used equipment. That can be another service truck, or whatever. You know what I mean? That can be another position you can offer in your business. So don't knock how you get started. Just get started, family. It doesn't matter what equipment you use. Just get some equipment. Learn the skill. Learn the process. Learn the technique. Become a welder. HogOn.